Phaedra.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Well, not so good. I had this thing happen, and I've been kind of frustrated about it. And so I thought maybe I could talk about it and see if maybe I could work something out in my head.
Okay, yeah, tell me what's going on.
So I'm on this board, and it's a volunteer organization, and everyone else on the board is in their 70s,
Okay.
and just a different generation, different mindset. And we don't have very many funds for next year, and our budget is like $1,300, and we've got like $300. And so I went into crisis mode, said, we need to fundraise. And so I said, why don't I make up a flyer and we'll send it out and try and get people to donate. And everyone was like, yeah, that's great. So I made up the flyer, and we met and talked it out, and I let them all make improvements, and I made the changes like how they wanted, and then nobody sent it out. And so I sent it out on my Facebook and got a lot of comments and positive response. But I'm Facebook friends with everyone on the board, and they didn't send it out. And then the organization didn't put it on their Facebook. And then the only way that they sent it out was on an email where you have to click a link at the very bottom of the email to like even see the flyer, which nobody ever would click a link.
Okay.
So, so I feel a little bit like I spent a day making this flyer and changes and all this, and I have kids and a job, and I go to school, and they're all retired.
Okay,
so anyway, so I felt like I spent a lot of precious time on this because I believe in our cause, and then it just wasn't followed up with. And so I don't know if I should say something or if I should just let it go, I guess is ultimately.
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds like you're kind of frustrated. It sounds like what you're doing is kind of a big project to tackle. You seem pretty into it, you're very passionate about it, and you really want to work as a team so you get more people involved and more funds for what you need. So, I mean, you're balancing a lot here because that's going to take up a huge chunk of your time.
Yeah.
And then you have a family at home, you're working on top of it. So it sounds like you're frustrated, maybe a little bit upset.
Yeah. And I just don't know how, I want to help this organization, but at the same time, there's definitely a generational thing where, like, for example, the guy who does our website, there's no way to donate using credit cards, so you have to mail in a check. And I don't even know people that use checks and stamps. And so it's like, oh my gosh, we have got to set up a way where you can go on the website and click and donate that way.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to do that, so now I'm going to design the website, which is another thing that I then have to do. And I'm not real good at website design, so it'll take me some time. So it's just trying to figure out how much I want to invest myself in this organization that I really believe in the cause, but I have limited time, and it's disturbing that I can't figure out why they didn't promote the flyer after they were so supportive and complimentary, and I don't know if they just didn't get the concept of what it meant.
Okay. So I still sense some frustration, but kind of maybe some confusion too. Maybe next time you meet with them, you could ask them and clear things up. Because again, seem like you're putting a lot on your plate, and it is difficult to. It's kind of difficult to see if this is something you should continue to invest in because you don't know if it's all for nothing or if you're doing it with something for an outcome. So
yes, I think, yeah, I have to figure out if I can support my cause a different way, if this is the most effective way to support my cause, or if maybe there's a different way to support my cause that maybe just the group that's on the board here is they're lovely people, but maybe is just not, they don't have the skill sets maybe to lead an organization.
Okay. So by the sounds of it, it seems like you're in an organization that you are very passionate about. There's a lot of people involved. With that being said, maybe everyone else has a different perspective on things. Though the idea you came up with, everyone seems super supportive of. So I can tell why you're frustrated when nobody else is helping out with anything. Because in turn, it seems like you're working harder and doing more and more and more to make up for everyone else's non-contributions. And then nobody, when you put it on Facebook, nobody is supporting that either. And so you seem kind of hesitant if you should continue or maybe backtrack a little bit and figure out certain members' roles and establish those and carry on that way.
Exactly.
Okay. So maybe in our next session, we can discuss some options of what you might be able to do with this organization so that what you guys are in progress of doing could be evenly distributed and everyone could partake in an equal part of the work for a better outcome.
Yeah, that sounds really great.
Okay. So I'm very happy that you came in today, and my door is always open. So if you ever feel like you need to talk about anything else, feel free to come in. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.